Can neural network add two integer numbers or two floating point numbers? Why won't we just try this in this video? Alright, so in this video we will be going to try to create an artificial neural network which will gonna add two integer or two floating point numbers. So without further ado, let's get to this video. At first it might seem really challenging because collecting the data is the most important and difficult part in any machine learning or in creating a neural network. So for this purpose of this video, I have used random from the Python library to create the random integers from ranging from 1 to 1000, and I used for loop to append 1000 values to the x and to the y, where x says two integer numbers and y says sum of those two integer numbers. So let's have a look this segment of code, what this code is actually doing. This is preparing data for our neural. For the purpose of this video, we have imported three libraries, but we don't need pandas. We just need random and numpy library because we want to convert the list to the array so that it is better fitable to the neural network. So I have used for loop which ranges from 0 to 999, means this loop will run total of 1000 times. So this will gonna append 1000 values, 1000 rows to our x and to our y list. Then we have converted the list to the array, and same we did for y list to convert to array. Here we reshaped this y list just because we wanna have matrix instead of a vector. So let's get inside this for loop. What this for loop is doing over here. Here we have appended to the x list. What we have appended? We have appended a list of two numbers which are random dot randint, means this will choose random integer number between 1 to 1000, and same is happening to the second element of this list, and nothing more around this line. And in this second line of this for loop, we are adding the first row, second row, third row, depend on the value of I. So at the initial stage, I will be equals to 0. So y will have the sum of row which is equals to 0. So x0 has two elements, has two columns, and its sum will appended to the y list. So without wasting time, let's run these lines up to here. Alright, so our for loop has been completed, and the result has also been appended to our list, and let's check if it is correct or not. Let's look at the 0th index, where it says 68 plus 358 is equals to 426. I think that would be the right answer. Let's check anything else. Let's go to the last row. Okay, it says 872 plus 671. What would be the answer? 2 plus 1 3, and 7 plus 7 4 1. Okay, this is right. So now is the time to convert them to array. So we will do by np.array, and if we run this line, it will convert to the array, and here we are with the result. Okay, so after this, our data is ready to fit in artificial neural network. I have also tried to scale the data to make it to scale in same scale, but that didn't work really well for me because when I use predict method, then it deviates by 1 or 2 value up or down. So in conclusion, it really don't create accurate results. If you want, then you can go ahead and remove these commented lines and check it on your PC. And for this purpose I have used sequential model and dense layer. Actually I haven't applied dropout because I don't have that much data, but you can increase the value of 1000 to any value up to which you want the data. So let's import these two libraries. After that, let's create a model by calling the sequential class. Until these two libraries are importing, let's talk about what we have used in layers. We have one input layer with 2 input neurons, which is written over here, and one output layer with 1 output neuron, because we have 2 columns, means 2 features, and 1 label, the sum of those 2 numbers, those 2 columns. And we have used activation equals to linear because this is a linear regression problem. This is a regression problem. If you use over here sigmoid ReLU, then this will not gonna work. You can experiment with this. I have experimented with all these values and I got these parameters really good, working really well. So our libraries has been really actually imported. Now let's add these layers to the model. Alright, so the layers has been created. Now let's compile and fit the model by Adam optimizer and mean squared error loss function. I have used 200 epochs. The more epoch you use, this seems to get accuracy that much. In fact, in linear regression problems, accuracy does not really matter. That is why I haven't used metric over here, because accuracy you will gonna get will be like 0.002, something like that. Accuracy does not matter in linear regression problems, in regression problems more specifically. So our model has been trained and we have loss of around 0.23. Let's create prediction. Let's try with simple values. First we will add 25 with 25 and we will be predicting it. Alright, it predicted and here is the output. It says 49.9715, really close. Let's try anything else. It would be 40, 50, 60, 70. Okay, so we have got 69.96, really close. Let's try 145. Okay, it should be 170. Yeah, it is 170. By the way, if you apply this model using linear regression machine learning algorithm, this fits really good. Even you get a clear 170 answer, not even a 170.34. Really accurate answer using machine learning algorithm. But I tried it via neural network and it performed really good. So this is it for this video. If you haven't liked this video, please press the like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you.